Okay, so I think I'm just going to walk through the tutorial today and not do a voiceover. You can tell me which way you like better, but this week on Endless Summer Beauty we are doing princesses. So this is a look for Sleeping Beauty and it is inspired by kind of how she does wear her makeup and then also just her dress is pink, so I tried to incorporate that as much as possible. As you can see, I have one eye done here. And you can't really see the colors as much as I would like, so I think I am going to like take pictures and try to like show you like a little clip of a video in better lighting, but basically you'll get the gist of how to do this look and I hope you enjoy it. So far I have this eye done and I'm going to go ahead and do my face just so I can get that out of the way. The first thing is that she has very pale and perfect skin. You know, princesses are supposed to be perfect. So I'm going to start out by applying a light under eye concealer and concealer everywhere. And this is just going to help brighten up your face, and it's also going to match the complexion of her skin. I'm not saying you have to completely lighten up your skin, but I do think it's more realistic because she's very fair. So I'm just applying this first under my eyes, then on any blemishes. So, 1 second. I don't have a mirror up right now. I'm using the viewfinder. That's like the worst thing. Okay. So obviously this is too light for my skin, but I'm just going to conceal anything. And then I might need to go back with concealer afterwards. But then I'm just going to take my winter foundation. It's actually the Liwali BB cream. But it has a really good coverage. So I'm just going to use this because it is really light in color. As you can see, it does not match me at all. Okay, so that looks pretty blended to me right now. I'm just going to go back with a little bit more concealer in the places that I need fuller coverage. Just because it was a BB cream and it did kind of take off some of the concealer that I did put on because I blended it in with my hands. So, but that looks pretty good so far. Next, I'm using just the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in Translucent. But if you actually build this up, it can act as like a lighter powder. So I'm going to really apply this kind of heavily because in my opinion the powder is what really makes things look really flawless. So it's so hot in my bedroom right now. I can't. Oh. Okay. Anyways, you could at this point apply any bronzer that you're going to do, but I'm actually not going to just because she is really fair and she's not really three-dimensional, so I kind of just want to make my face look as much like hers as possible. But you could definitely do some harsh contouring with this look. I think it would look really pretty. So from here, I'm actually going to do the blush and lips afterwards, so we're just going to move straight onto the eyes. Okay. So, I already primed my eyes with the Shadow Works primer from Coastal Scents. I'm just going to take that concealer again and apply this all over my lids to provide like an even base. And it's also just going to make everything match. If you had a tinted eye primer, that would work as well, but I don't at the moment, so I'm just going to use a concealer. Okay, so first I'm going to take a little pencil brush. This one's by Sigma, and I'm going to take the color Buck from the Naked palette. I'm sorry I use Naked palette so much, but they literally use them for everything. Then you're just going to apply this as you are doing a cut crease. So you're going in windshield wiper motions, trying not to blend the color out very much. just staying right in the crease. And this is really like going to define your crease. And that's, I'm pretty sure it's like the only makeup she actually wears, but we're going to do a little bit more. So after you have that in, I'm actually just going to leave the lid color till the very end. And we're going to move on to the pink shadows, which it looks really weird here and like not, I'm really going to need to get some better lighting pictures. But I'm taking the Coastal Scents matte palette. And we're going to be using all matte shadows today because I think that looks the most like, well, I kind of take that back, but I just think that it looks good. And you're going to start out with a light pink. I'm using one from the very top row if you have this palette. And then you're just going to blend that right on top of the brown. And this is coming off a little bit more vibrant on camera. It's really, really soft in person. And I'm also going to take that right under the lower lash line. And it's so light that it doesn't really give you that, you know, that like pink eye effect. It kind of does on camera, but it really doesn't. Then after that, I am just going to go ahead and blend it out because the main tip to this look is blending. So I'm going to blend that out, try to blend it in with the brown that we already applied, but don't worry about that. Then you're going to go in with a darker pink, and I'm using the pink on the like third row from the bottom if you're curious. So then I'm just going to take that right above the brown and only in the outer part. And you can kind of like bring it like that into kind of like a cat eye. And then you can kind of take it in like 2/3 of the way. And then again, you're really just going to want to blend this out. And it's all about adding more color and then blending. Now after this, I'm going to just, I was using a pencil brush again. I'm just going to go back with Buck because as you can see, it kind of got a little bit faded away with all the pink, and since it is kind of like a cut crease, you want that color to really stand through. The next step is the lid color, so I'm just taking a eyeshader E55, and I'm actually going to be using a just the exact same setting powder. So I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte, and I'm just going to apply that right into the lid. So staying right under the crease. You can blend it a little bit, but it is just going to make your eyelid look a lot bigger. So this kind of looks messy in this lighting, but I promise it's not that messy. Okay, just gonna try to make this look a little bit better. So maybe blend a little bit into this inner corner. Ooh, I almost knocked my camera off. Yeah, that looks better. And then you can just go back and forth, blending and stuff. Now, the finishing touch, and I really like this about the look that I did, I'm actually going to take the blush NARS Orgasm, and it's like a peachy pink blush with gold shimmer. And I'm going to apply a little bit under the lower lash line right in the center and a little bit onto where we applied the first pink. And then I'm just going on with the tapered blending from Sigma, and I'm just taking a little bit, and I'm actually just going to brush over the whole eye with this. It's not gonna, you know, change your look that much, but it just makes it kind of shimmer, and it's not gonna pick up on camera, but it really does make a difference. It makes it look magical, kind of like a princess would have. So I really like this touch. Okay, now next I'm just going to kind of lighten it up just a tad. I'm going to take the matte white in the palette, and I'm going to apply this as a highlight, and also in the inner corners, and then a little bit, and I'm going to apply a little bit on the lid, and then I'm taking more of the face powder and blending it so it's not stark white. But that's just going to open it up a little bit. And that's all the eyeshadow I'm going to put on. You want to leave the lower lash line a little bit more bare because it makes it a little bit more gentle, and there's a lot going on the upper lid. So I'm going to leave the lower lash line pretty much blank except for this little bit of pink in here. Now moving on to eyeliner. I would recommend a liquid liner for this step, but my mom actually has my Kat Von D tattoo, whatever it is, liner. That's my favorite. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a pencil and a powder, but I would recommend liquid. So I'm going to take a little bit of the pencil and just trying to stay as close to the lash line as possible. Just do the outer half. Just a little bit, because you just want to have it as a little bit of a base. You don't really need, unless your pencil's really sharp and nice, you don't need to do the whole look with it. Then I'm using a brush that looks like this, really small Sigma eyeliner E05. And okay, I'm trying to do this, but it is kind of hard to do on camera. And you're just going to want to see how your eyeshadow kind of fades this way. You're going to want to follow that line, like so. And then slowly, and it's going to take a few layers. And I'm just using the black shade in my Naked 2 palette because it's the blackest black that I have. And I'm only going about halfway because you want to keep the inner corner really nice and open. Next, I'm just going to apply some mascara, and lots of it. I would suggest false lashes if you have any, because princesses always have. And for the bottom lashes, I'm actually only going to apply a little bit. And then for the final step, I'm just going to take, because I don't have a white or tan colored eyeliner, I'm just going to take a little bit of the concealer on the concealer brush. I'm going to apply this right onto my waterline. It's going to open up your eyes and make them look a lot bigger and more animated, obviously. So, yeah. Okay, so for blush, I'm actually just going to go with the NARS blush that we used on our eyes. I'm just going to apply a little bit. Don't ask me why I'm using this huge brush, because it's probably not the best brush to use. And then I'm also going to use a little bit of the Maybelline Dream Mousse. I'm not sure if they even still sell these, but I'm just going to take a little bit of that because this is a really, really sparkly blush. And it really makes your face kind of shimmer. So that's really pretty. And then, moving on to lips. Estee Lauder in 303 Crystal Pink. And it just looks like this. She likes to wear like the rosy. I'm just going to apply it straight out of the tube. Very natural, but it kind of brings out your natural pink. And then on top of that, I'm using the NARS lip gloss in Easy Lover, and this is kind of bright on its own, so I'll see it on top of this. Just adds a little bit more to the lips. And I'll zoom you out again so you can see the completed look. Now, next I'm just going to move on to hair, and I'm just going to begin to heat up my Hot Tools 1.5 inch curling iron. I know I look really cute. Right now with my hair like in a ponytail and a headband. Just kidding. But this is my hair slept on in a bun. It's really disgusting. So first I'm going to begin by taking a brush. I feel like I'm not in focus. Okay. I'm going to sit on my pillow a bit. Okay. That didn't give me that much height, but whatever. So first you can begin by brushing out your hair, and her hair is really bouncy, really soft. She does have bangs, but I don't, so obviously I'm just gonna have to work around that. So I'm just waiting for this to heat up. Okay, it's hot. So I'm just going to begin by wrapping it around the barrel. So, again, I'm just going to kind of brush those out so they're really big, soft, voluminous curls. And I think that looks really, I mean, it probably should be more like precise because her hair is supposed to be like perfect, but my hair is just like so uncooperative, I can't even take it. So, all you need now is a crown and a prince. So, I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial and this hair tutorial that is kind of like the biggest fail ever, and I'll see you next time. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and then also check out my main channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!